Hello everyone! This will be our 9th video on how to integrate multi-agent systems with AI for sales directors to make their job easier.
Hello again. So far we have talked about each of the agents, how they work, how they relate to each other, and what impact they can have on our company. But now I want to know something very concrete and practical. How do you implement all this in a company like ours? Where do you start?
Good question, and it's totally logical. Knowing what the system does is fine, but the important thing is to know how to turn it into reality. That's why we have structured the whole process in 5 clear phases, designed to make the implementation orderly, agile, modular, and above all, completely adapted to your context and specific needs. This way, we avoid improvisations and ensure tangible results from the beginning.
Perfect. I like that there is a clear process. It gives us peace of mind. What would that first phase be?
First of all, these are the phases we estimate, but they are totally modifiable and adaptable to the needs of your company. Phase 1. Diagnosis and preparation. Here is where the most important thing is to understand your current reality in detail. We sit down with your key teams, review the processes you already have in place, analyze the available data, CSV, budgets, contracts, CRM, audits, spreadsheets, management reports, etc., and jointly define which agents make sense to activate from the beginning and what should be their priority. This is also the time to define whether you will opt for a 100% automated model or a hybrid one in which humans supervise or intervene. We even identify who will be the supervisory figure and what will be the key performance indicators to evaluate the system from the beginning. This phase is essential to align expectations and lay a solid foundation.
Okay. And once we have that clear map with defined priorities and objectives, what's next?
Phase 2. Agent development and adaptation. This is where we move from theory to action. We start building or customizing the agents, but not from scratch, but taking advantage of a previously trained base. For example, the historical analysis agent is trained with your actual proposals and data from previous projects. The financial agent is configured with your accounting structures, margins, profitability thresholds, or the agents are directly connected to systems you already use such as CRM, ERP, or internal databases. The key in this phase is that the system learns from your real operations with your own data, language, objectives, and challenges. No generic solutions. This allows agents to be truly effective from the start.
I get it. It's like training a new employee, but with a much faster learning curve.
Exactly. And with better memory, zero churn, and 24/7 availability. Then we moved on to the next stage, Phase 3, pilot testing. We select a specific area to start with. It can be a specific type of customer, a geographic area, a specific sales team, or a stage of the sales funnel. The idea is to test the agents in real working conditions, in small, but without simulations. This allows us to adjust their configurations, improve responses, refine business rules, and validate that the results they deliver are useful, understandable, and actionable.
I think that's very wise. And how long does this phase usually last?
It usually lasts between 2 and 4 weeks, depending on the scope and pace of the team. But it is a very powerful phase because it allows everyone to see the system in action and generates internal confidence, enthusiasm, and ideas for future improvements. It also helps to quickly detect possible frictions or errors before scaling it up.
And then comes the full implementation throughout the organization, right?
Correct. Phase 4. Global implementation. Once the results of the pilot test have been validated and the fine-tuning has been done, we extend the system to all previously planned areas: sales, operations, finance, logistics, customer service, maintenance, etc. This phase includes the implementation of communication flows between agents, definition of action protocols for certain events, and configuration of the visualization tools to be used by management, such as dashboards, alerts, automatic reports, or predictions. This stage requires close support so that the teams feel supported and can make the most of the new integrated intelligence.
Okay. And everything is already working at 100% at that point?
It works, yes, but there remains what for many is the most critical phase. Phase 5. Continuous improvement. The multi-agent system is alive. It learns every day, adapts to the environment, to new regulations, to changes in strategy, pricing, customers, or competition. We evaluate the results of each agent on a monthly or even bi-weekly basis, identify opportunities for improvement, retrain models if necessary, and, if you wish, activate new functionalities or complementary agents. The degree of human involvement is also adjusted here. If there are supervisors, validators, or if certain tasks go from hybrid to automatic. This phase is where the system demonstrates its true value, its ability to evolve with the business.
I like that. That it is not something static that becomes obsolete, but that it grows and transforms with us.
That is precisely the key. Let the system grow with you. And also, if you later decide to scale it to other positions or functions, such as project manager, O&M technician, purchasing managers, or finance personnel, you will already have the foundation in place to do so quickly and without friction.
Perfect. So in summary, we diagnose your situation. We develop and adapt the agents to your reality. We do a pilot test in a controlled environment. We scale to the entire organization. And then we keep improving continuously.
Exactly. The whole process is designed to be efficient, low risk, with high return and measurable results in weeks, not years.
All right. Now that I know how to implement it, I'd like you to tell me in the next video about the different ways to implement this in practice, automated or with human involvement, because that can make a difference for us depending on our company culture.
Let's take a look at the two main models of multi-agent system implementation, fully automated and hybrid with humans. In addition, I will explain in detail when each one is appropriate depending on the type of company, culture, digital maturity, and organizational structure.
Perfect. I am interested. I would like to get in touch with someone to ask a couple of specific questions. I have to implement it in another process. Can you provide me with the contact of a person?
You can contact our expert Antonio Fresco Navaturrada via LinkedIn. He will guide you through the process and will be able to clarify any other doubts you may have. Thank you for watching this video, and don't forget to subscribe to be more informed about how artificial intelligence can help improve sales managers' functions.